Black women are not aggressive. You can say that all you want. You can make a million videos and they can get hundreds of thousands of views and everyone can cheer you on, and you can say they're not aggressive and everyone knows it's a lie. I grew up in a city around them, and out of every race, they were the most aggressive. They would plot against other girls in the girls' town I lived in. They would group up on people. They would try to gang jump you. They're loud in stores. They're aggressive. They threaten to put hands on. And you want to sit up here and say, no, that's just their personality. It's just your personality to be loud, rude, aggressive, plot people, and put their hands on and threaten to walk you like a dog. And you sit there and tell me they're not aggressive? It's just my personality? That's a load of shit, and everyone knows it. So keep saying it, because it doesn't change anything.
Interesting. I wonder where has she met black women that have told her that this is my personality. I jump people, it's my personality. I'm aggressive, it's my personality. But you know what? Before we judge, let's see what some other people have to say. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Natskunda Esther. If you're new here, hi, welcome. 16,000 new. I really do appreciate you guys, your love and your support. Now, black people are going to react to her, but most importantly, watch this video until the end so you can see a white woman accepting that, you know what, as white women, we know when we get a certain treatment or feedback of a behavior from a black woman is because we are the problem. We know we're not a safe space for black women.
We're the most aggressive.
First of all, as a white woman, it is not your place to call out black women and their aggression. Absolutely not. Second of all, you're perpetuating a stereotype. You already know that black women are already labeled as aggressive. For you to say that out of all of the demographic group you ever been around, black women is the most aggressive is not okay at all. You as a white woman with privilege know that your video was going to be received a certain way and you was going to make black women look bad. But you didn't care about that. You decided to still post it, and guess what? Now people are being extremely racist and just spewing out misogynistic take about black women.
Right? White women in the American patriarchy are especially dangerous to black women because they...
Something that Brittany Cooper says in Eloquent Rage is that white women's complicity and participation in state violence towards black people has a long and sordid history. She also highlights her belief that white women suffer from a type of narcissism that makes them see themselves as the most oppressed member of their gender. She highlights the ways that many white women deny racial power while claiming gender subjugation as a way to obfuscate and erase the ways that they are harming other members of other communities, namely black women. As she says so brilliantly, white women's tears and fears have a way that they can move patriarchal protection. And so white women can actually create harm. We see this often in workplaces, but then say, I am being harmed, then use tears to move a system in their favor. And because white womanhood is defined as everything that black womanhood is not, because white womanhood is seen as soft and protectable and demure, they are especially dangerous to black women who are not systemically protected.
We could say that she is right and black people are always making up things about white women. But there goes another white woman actually admitting that they know themselves that they are not a safe space for black people to approach them. Okay.
There was a really interesting video made by White Woman Whisperer. I tried to stitch it and the audio didn't record, so I'm going to try to record it again here. I'll tag her below because you should go watch her video. But she basically poses the question, or opens up this discussion, this bear versus man discussion, to black women in asking, okay, if you're in an office, who would you rather walk in, a white man or a white woman? And she said that the collective answer would be a white man. And a lot of women are getting offended. A lot of white women are getting offended because they're like, oh my gosh, what a man could do to you is so much worse than a woman. Like this is divisive. But like, you're not getting it. The reason why black women would choose a white man over a white woman is for the same reason that women as a collective, especially white women, would choose the bear over the man. It is the danger you know versus the danger you don't. And like historically, the under the surface racism that white women have for black women has caused death and destruction and is absolutely a humongous danger. Because black women know, like in our society, that a white woman's accounting of things will always be taken more seriously than a black woman's. So she has to have like a distance because of personal safety. Now, I've seen this play out in my real life. I live in the South. I go to a lot of like influencer functions with like large groups of people, and I can see the difference between women of color who know me and women of color who don't, and how they interact with me and like the guard that they have up. And that's not offensive to me because it's common sense. I absolutely expect them to be apprehensive of a white woman in the South because they don't know what they're getting. But just as the whole point of the bear versus man conversation is to make men understand that women are innately apprehensive and cautious around all men, the question that White Woman Whisperer was posing is to make white women understand the cautiousness that black women have around white women. That sort of like being scared of me before I give them a reason not to is not offensive to me, because it is absolutely my responsibility to prove to these women that I am a safe person, not the other way around. You cannot like bully someone into trusting you with their personal safety. And that's a lesson for the men on the bear conversation too.
If she is agreeing as a white woman that they know themselves as white women, that they are not safe spaces for black women, who is more ratchet?
Hold on, let me get my glasses. Can you drop the source? Yes, I can. It's right here. It's called my eyeballs. It's called my ojos. I have them and I can see that people are aggressive. That's the source. My own eyeballs.
And I think to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, how many times do we get to see these people be ratchet, be aggressive? You know, it's funny how they like being like subtle, very subtle. You know, in African culture, we say the most dangerous animal is that doesn't show you its bad heart, but the anger is deep inside. The microaggressions, the way they look at you when you're in a place and they feel like you don't belong there, talking down on you when you enter a place, making you feel like you don't belong there. That's not aggressive. See, the beauty with us black women, you do something straightforward in your face, I'll come out and say, hey, mind your shit. Okay? Mind your everything, because I am not rolling with it. And that's what they call aggressiveness. They call it aggressive, but they don't see the aggressiveness that's rooted deep down in racism, in colonialism, in classism, in imperialism. They see the aggressiveness of black women. Oh, so black women are mad people that they can just find you on the street and they want to jump you without you provoking them? Interesting. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section about this. Hey.